Okay, welcome to Project Management and Planning Skills. Just wanted to take a few minutes here and walk you through the course navigation. So bear with me, and hopefully this will answer any questions about how to use MindTap and how to navigate the course. So here we go. So notice how this is set up, the structure here, Hills resources, MindTap resources. Your screen might look a little bit different. This, you probably won't see this. This is just something for me. But here, Hills resources, MindTap resources, week 1, week 2, week 3, and so on. So I wanted to show you how to actually talk a little bit about MindTap, what it is, and how to navigate it. First thing to know is you can just watch this step-by-step video, kind of walks you through it, and there's some support here. You can click this. There's when you have issues with MindTap, just contact MindTap directly. There's customer support just by clicking this link. And sometimes pop-up windows can be an issue, and also clearing your browsers. Cache can be an issue, so there's links here. So that's just MindTap resources. Also, there's Hills resources, and there's technology services, and Imagine Premium is a link that you'll use to download Microsoft Project, which we'll be getting into like week 3 and 4. We'll start getting into it, I believe, in week 3. So that's right here. I think we'll also get into it in week 2, just talking about Project, that type of thing, what it is, and getting started with it. So that's right here. So those are kind of front end things. And then week 1. Obviously, here each week what I do is I have a to-dos for the week, and I post it as the first thing. So this is just a highlight, and it's really just an overview of what's already in the syllabus. And then there'll be assignments that are due that week listed there. And let me just click this. So this is MindTap. And MindTap is what comes bundled with the text. And if you purchased your text at Hills, you likely got a textbook. It was had 3-hole punch in it, and also a code for MindTap. And MindTap is just an additional resource, an online resource for the text. If you had me for other classes, I've used MindTap for other classes. This is set up a little bit different though, so let me click into it. Okay, so here we go. And when you click into it for the first time, you have to, before you get this, you have to put in your MindTap number, your activation code, and that's in the back of your text. Now, if you purchased a book directly from Cengage, make sure that you have a MindTap code with it. If not, just contact Cengage, and links for that are actually in the syllabus under text. So if you go here, week 1, here's the syllabus. You go to text, it'll show you where it is. And in fact, I'll just bring it up. Notice this. I want to make, sometimes students get this mixed up too. So look at this. You can't click it. I just clicked it. Let me go back and show you this. This is an important thing, a little detail you need to know. So here I am. I want to download the syllabus, and there's 2 ways to do it, or get at the syllabus. One way is just to click it, and here it's within D2L. Not very helpful because I can't actually click the links. I'll show you again. I clicked it, then I go, okay, these blue links, I want to click that. Nothing's happening. Sorry about that. So here's how you get at it. You really want this to be outside of the shell of D2L, so you want to download it. So I'm going to go here, I click this, look again, look closely, wake up, hang in there with me, see this? It just, all of a sudden, it's here, and then it highlights this, I'm going to like this, and I'm going to go, hey, download it. And then all the way here on the bottom of my computer, I click that. Now look at, it's outside of D2L, it's its own thing. I click enable editing. Now it's just a Word document, in this case it's RFT, rich text file. And then here it talks about the text, 7th edition, here's the ISBN, and then if you need help if you say you just purchased the text at eText, but you didn't get MindTap with it, just click this, control click, and it'll take you to Cengage. And here you go, look at, here I am, I can contact these folks. Here it is, better grades at MindTap, talks about MindTap. Here's 24-hour support. You can just contact these folks, and essentially away you go. It's going a little slow, but here, this is it. So does that make sense? Hopefully that does. I'm going to get out of this. Click out of that. Click out of that. Click out of this. Now I'm back into the shell for the course. Okay, so that's MindTap. So let's just say you get through it. You work your way through. You got the link, and now you can get into MindTap. So here I go. I'm in MindTap, and sorry for some of you folks, this is old hat, but for many it's not. So here we are. There's a couple ways I could have organized this. We took a couple ways to get at the content. One is through these folders. And these are, if you look at how the text is organized at the front of the book, first few pages in the textbook, chapter 1 is a kind of an overview of the whole book. Then it's broken down into 3 parts. Part 1 is initiating a project. Part 2 is planning, performing, and controlling a project, really the bulk of the text. Part 3 is people, the key to project success. And so that's one way of getting at it. So this is in the first week, and here I click this, and this is a video, and this is the actual chapter, same as your book. And here's a case scenario. These hidden from students, these are quizzes, and you won't take the quizzes through MindTap, you'll take it through D2L, and so you won't see it. This is my screen, not yours. So you'll just see this, you'll see that, and you'll see this. So what I want to emphasize here is this content is additional. It's extra. This is again the same, but it's just there for you. As to do with it what you will, at least for the first few chapters. And there's another way of getting at it. So this is, let me go back. So when you first get into MindTap, what will come up is this, but if you want to go to a different view, you can see where I am right here. I can go to kind of the date manager view, and I just left this open. You can get into any one of these at any time. It doesn't matter to me, and you can go here at first if you want, or you can, however you want to navigate to this. But chapter 1, here it is again. This is just another way of looking at it, another way to navigate to it. And then there's part 1. This is kind of introduces part 1, which is really chapter 2 and 3. And again, it's the same stuff, but it's a different way of getting at it. I find this a little bit easier personally, but maybe you don't. So you go through chapter 1, you look at the resources, then you get into part 2. This is just an introduction to parts 2 and 3, chapters 2 and 3. Same thing. You go in here, you want to watch this, you want to do that, you want to do that, go ahead, or you can go this way. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. It's just however you want to navigate and orient yourself to it. I do want to make this clear, though, on the front end, where this really does, so you're not using any of the tests here, but where this really does come into play is when we get into chapters 4 through 7, I believe is what it is. Here we are going to get, and you're going to get and utilize really videos on how to use Microsoft Project. Tutorial 1, Project Tutorial 2, Project Tutorial 3, and I'll get in that. I'll explain all this as we move through the weeks. But I just want to show you how to navigate. Again, you can go here. When you get to chapter 4, you can, here's this tutorial here, here's this tutorial there, and another one. And all you're doing is watching the tutorials. Again, I'm not using this to test. In other classes, I use MindTap to test, but not this one. So that's MindTap. A really good resource, and I think you'll find it helpful. You're going to need it unless you really know Microsoft Project quite well. You're going to need it for sure for the Microsoft Project stuff. And the other stuff, use it as you will, as you want to. For example, let's go here. So part 1, initiating a project. Part 1, introduction. That's the same as your book. Part 2, chapter 2, I'm sorry. So this is a video. You can watch that, or you don't have to. It's up to you. So, it's just another resource for you. And it goes along quite well with the text. But it's just a resource, another resource for you as you navigate through. Okay, hopefully that's clear. I want to show a couple other things, and most of you know how to do this, but just to make sure we're all on the same page, here I am, back here, week 1. list, this is all the to-dos, right? And I'll just bring this down. I'll take it again and I'll download it. And this is what it is. And this is from each beginning of each week, usually by noon. I'll have this on a Monday. Here it is. Da, da, da. Here are the week 1 to-dos, group assignment, homework assignment 1. There you go. Okay. So let's talk about a couple other things. Get out of there. Homework. Where do you submit them? Most of you know this, but just in case you don't, homework assignments here, they're all teed up. You can get into them here. For this class, there's 19. Not the greatest. Some of you didn't submit your assignments, but you just submit them here in the way you normally go about doing that. Most of you know how to do that. If you have any questions, let me know. But it's just that's all it is. And then excuse me, get out of there. That's all that is materials, okay, assessments, assignments. That's all it is. Just submit them. And when you take your quizzes, again, you go here and you just go quizzes, and then you take the quiz. They'll be all teed up in the normal way you do it. So you don't take your quizzes through MindTap. You take your quizzes through D2L. You submit your assignments through D2L. MindTap is a supporting material for this class. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. Talked a little bit longer than I wanted to, but if you have any questions, reach out to me. All that information, I should bring this up. Let me bring this up, because I want to make sure this is very, very clear. I'm easy to get a hold of, okay? Really easy to get a hold of. And I'm going to download this again. Notice how I clicked this right here. I'm going to go here, and I want to highlight this, okay? This is very important. Here we go. So communication. You can get a hold of me. I'm not that hard to get a hold of you. You just contact me. Here are my virtual office hours, meaning I'm in my home office oftentimes. You just call me during those times. Here's my virtual office cell phone number. Give me a call. Email me. Give me a call. I can meet on campus. I'm not there that often because I teach a lot of onlines. But we can meet during that time. If that doesn't work for you, we can set up a time that does. You want to meet directly, that's fine. You just reach out to me. You have my cell phone or my email, and it's not that hard to get a hold of me. Here's my email. So anyway, if you have questions with this class, just reach out, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. I don't check emails on the weekend, though. I don't answer my cell phone on the weekend. So please, I do answer my cell phone. And I do communicate. Last thing I do at the end of the week by 5 o'clock on Friday is check my email. So if you got a question, shoot it to me then, and I'll get back to you that night or early Saturday morning, usually that night. So there you go. Hope the semester is productive for you. You'll find this class a rewarding learning experience. And that's it for now. Talk to you soon.